Hey guys, it's Benedictines the Vegan. Welcome to another Walk and Talk video with me, where I'll just be expressing myself. When antinatalists reach out to me, I usually tell them that, yo man, life really does suck. That is the truth. We do live in a horrible world. You're not crazy. You're not stupid. You're not weak. You are honest. You are seeing the world as it is. Don't allow people to lie to you. People are going to force you to see this world the way that they see it, or the way that they want to see it, because people are afraid of the truth. You are seeing the truth. You are seeing the world as it is. There's no better way to see the world the way that than the way that you are seeing it. You are really seeing the truth. But just because the world sucks does not mean that you must not try to enjoy yourself. Doesn't mean that you must not try to enjoy it. I mean, you are here. What are you going to do? Doesn't mean that you must just be miserable 24/7. Do what you can to have fun. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Stop living in fear. Do exactly what you need to do. Be authentic. Authenticity is very important. I often tell people that sometimes people are not depressed because their lives suck so bad. I mean, life does suck. It really does. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if there are people that are really happy in this world. This life really does suck. But sometimes people are depressed because they're not authentic. You're not being yourself. You are allowing ignorant people to run your life. You are allowing ignorant people to tell you what to do. You are accepting that you are defeated. So you are giving ignorant people power. It's like, oh, you found the world as it is, so it must be that. Oh, the majority of people are this way, so, well, it means that they have to be this way. Nah, speak your truth, be real, let everyone judge you. It is true that we live in a horrible world, but I don't think that this world is actually good to anyone. I think we are all fucked. Sometimes it will give you things that you want. Sure. So sometimes it will give you things that you want, but in the end you get really sick and die a horrible death. Like, it's just not good. We don't know what's really going on, and that is the truth. Sometimes people tell me that I'm too negative. I don't focus on the positive things that are happening in my life or that are happening in other people's lives. I'm like, dude, I know what I saw. I know exactly what I saw. I know exactly what I've experienced. I know how honest I am. I know how real I am. I cannot trust people that are misled. People that are just trying to fit in. People that are just trying to survive. I don't know any person that cares about the truth like I do. So I have to trust myself. So I'm talking about the things that I've truly experienced and things that I've seen other people experience. I've suffered, and not because I've done things wrong, but because I was born in this world. And I don't think that it was necessary for me to suffer. I don't think that suffering has made me a better person. Although I think that it is a good thing that I've suffered. The reason why I think it's a good thing that I've suffered is because the world itself is horrible, and I was able to see that the world is horrible. So it didn't make me a better person. It just made me realize where we are. It just made me realize how horrible the world is. Maybe I would not have realized that this world was horrible if I didn't suffer. So that's why I'm saying that suffering isn't really something that I must complain about, because it has helped me realize what is really going on. But that doesn't mean that suffering is a good thing. If the world was good, suffering wouldn't be a good thing. But because the world is not good, the suffering was a good thing, because I was able to realize that the world itself is not good. So I was able to realize that it will be best for me to not procreate. It will be best for me to make sure that I do not bring a child into a world like this. And that's out of love. It's not like I'm selfish. It's not like I'm selfish, because sometimes people think that antinatalists are just selfish. No. I don't want to have kids because I know that I've suffered. I know what I saw. I know what I've experienced. And I know beyond any reasonable doubt that it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to my child if I had to bring that child here into this world. It wouldn't be fair at all. It wouldn't be justified. It would be stupid. It will be something that I'll have to regret each and every day, knowing what I know. The problem is that I know what I know. I know what I've experienced. I know what I saw. I know how horrible the world has been to a lot of people that I know. I've seen my friends suffer. I've seen my enemies suffer. I've seen my relatives suffer. I've seen my parents suffer. I've seen people suffer. People that I don't know suffer. Simply because they were born into this world. And suffering has not made them better people. They just suffered. Because we like to lie to ourselves and convince ourselves that sometimes we suffer for the greater good. No. Sometimes people just suffer because they're just in a world where people suffer. That is the truth. In this world, we don't care about each other enough to actually do right by each other as people, to make sure that we reduce suffering. We don't. So yes, suffering is inevitable. And that's how life is. We can't change that about life. We can't change the fact that people suffer. So yeah, suffering made me realize that this world is horrible, and it will be best for me to not bring a child into this world, because I saw what I saw. And that's a good thing. That's why I do appreciate the fact that I have suffered, because that has brought me closer to truth. It's not easy to see the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not easy. It's not easy for people to actually realize how horrible this world is. People are very easy to manipulate. It's very easy to manipulate people. That's why they're so easy to control. Have you realized how easy it is to control people? How easy it is to make people think what you want them to think. They're very gullible. That's why it's not easy for them to actually see the truth. If you want to manipulate people, you just have to know how their minds work. That's it. You'll be able to manipulate them. You just have to know how their minds work. You have to know how the human mind works. If you know how the human mind works, you're good. If you want to manipulate people, you just try to make them feel good. Try to make them look up to you. Make them trust you. Make them feel like you have their best interest at heart. And you just have to be in a better position. That's really important. You have to be in a better position. You have to be in a position where you can actually help them. Because human beings like to listen to people that can help them. They don't just want to listen to people that have nothing to offer them. You'll be able to manipulate them. You'll be able to make them believe whatever you want them to believe. You just have to know how to convince them that you're going to help them, that you have their best interest at heart, and talk nicely, dress nicely. You're good. You'll be able to manipulate them. That's one of the biggest reasons why pastors like to wear suits. They like to look nice. It's because they know they're lying. People who are speaking the truth don't give a fuck about how they dress. They dress exactly how they want to dress. I mean, I do give a fuck how I dress, but I don't give a fuck how other people see me. You see? But people who want to lie to other people give a fuck how they see them. Like, if I'm not wearing a suit, people are not going to believe me. If I don't speak this way, people are not going to believe me. If I speak like a nigger, people are not going to believe me. If I say fuck, people are not going to believe me. If I speak with an American accent, people are not going to believe me. If I wear baggy jeans, people are not going to take me serious. I don't give a fuck how people are going to look at me, as long as I'm speaking the truth. It's the truth that really matters to me. If you are interested in truth, you'll be able to understand that what I'm saying is really true. You won't be like, oh, this guy dresses this way, so because of that, I'm not going to take him seriously. I don't expect any person to be perfect. I don't expect anyone to be perfect. Be as you are, but be real. Be as you are, but be real, be honest. Speak your truth, speak your mind. That's what really matters. It matters that you are being honest, you are speaking your mind, and you are real. You are not a brainwashed robot. You are not an NPC. You are a real person. You have your own mind, and you care about the truth. That's what really matters. So people who do not judge people based on how they look are people that are real. These are people that are not superficial. So these kind of people are not easy to manipulate. They're not going to look at you and be like, oh, you've dressed very well, so that means you're a good person. No, they don't look at that. They listen to what you say. They're very observant. They look at how you do things. What do you say? What do you believe in? What do you think? How do you feel? All these things matter to people that are real. So they're not easy to manipulate. They see through everything. But if you just care about how people look, they'll be able to manipulate you very easily. If you care about how they speak, they'll be able to manipulate you very easily. Because people who are manipulative know how to speak. They know how to speak in such a way that's going to make you feel the emotions that they want you to feel, so that they'll be able to manipulate you. And you'll be surprised, oh, how were they able to manipulate me? There have been so many people that have been robbed by people. Let me not even say robbed. There's so many people that got scammed by people. In my town, a person will approach them like, yo, give me your bank card. I want to help you. Like, I'm going to give you money. Give me your bank card. I'm going to do this and that, and you're going to get money, and they'll believe them, and then they get scammed. And when they're telling you the story, you're like, wow, how the fuck does this shit happen? It happened because these people know how to manipulate people. A lot of people where I live believe that some of these people actually have what they call muti. Like they have something that they're using that give them magical powers that enable them to actually rob them. Like, no, they're just manipulative. They just know how to manipulate people. They just know how people think. So really, man, if you don't want to be manipulated in this world, you must be interested in truth. You must try your best to see the world as it is. You must not give a fuck how other people see the world. You must be brave enough to speak your truth, brave enough to seek for truth, even if it means that people are going to hate you. Because in this kind of world, people are going to hate you for wanting the truth. I was having a conversation with this other guy. He's a Christian, like a real Christian, There's real Christians. I was telling him about my journey in Christianity and why I stopped going to church. And he was like, man, don't allow the devil to use you. It's like, bro, there isn't anything that I've told you that is not true. If God has power, he will be able to change me. I'm being honest with you. I'm not being used by the devil. I'm being fucking honest. I'm being real. What you are asking me to be fake. You are asking me to start believing in something that doesn't make sense to me. You see, if Christianity did make sense to me, I wouldn't pretend. I wouldn't be like, oh, Christianity is true, but I hate it. That's not what I'm saying. Christianity is not true. And everything tells me that. So if God is powerful, he's supposed to show me that no, Christianity is true. He shouldn't allow me to be blinded and then blame me in the end for being blinded. Because really, man, we cannot be fake and pretend as if that's a good thing. I cannot be fake and pretend as if that's a good thing. It doesn't make any sense. It's important that we're real no matter what. Even if it means people are going to judge us, even if it means people are going to say that we're crazy, it's fine. Let them think what they think. All I know is that we live in a horrible world and we need to be honest with ourselves about what's really going on so that we'll make the right decisions. We're not supposed to justify our own suffering as if it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. We're not supposed to be suffering the way that we're suffering. If this world was good, we wouldn't be suffering the way that we're suffering. Most of y'all have seen the truth. Most of y'all have seen the truth. You've seen how the world works. You've seen how we've been manipulated as people since like forever. Like we're not even given the truth. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Children are suffering. Adults are suffering. Like everyone is confused. We can see that something isn't right, but we want to lie to ourselves. Allow ourselves to be controlled. No, man, be real. Be honest with yourself. What do you see when you look at the world? What do you see? Do you not see people being manipulated every day? People being controlled every day? Don't you see people that are living in fear? People that are forced to be fake? People are not even honest anymore. People are lying. They're lying about how they feel because the world is too horrible. They know that if they speak that truth, if they speak their minds, they're going to be judged. They're going to lose the things that they have. So they're like, you know what? We're just going to pretend as if we agree with what's going on so that we'll survive. That is a sign that the world is not good. If you are not free enough to speak your mind and be yourself, that's a sign that the world is not good. When you look at people around you, do you see people that are free to be themselves? Stop lying to yourself. People are not free to be themselves in this world, man. People are just pretending. It's like everyone is pretending. Even the people that are real, they're pretending in some way. It's not like they're just completely honest. It's if we were completely honest, would get arrested. Johnny? If we were completely honest, would get arrested. So that's the thing. So people have to be fake. They cannot talk about their true feelings. They cannot talk about how they feel about the things that are happening. They're controlled by people that are more powerful than them, people that don't know what it's like to be them. You see how fucked up that is? People that don't know what it's like to be you are controlling you, are making decisions for you, and you think that that is normal. You think that that's being free. No, that's not being free. To be free, you must be able to make your own decisions without people saying that you will get arrested if you do some things that they don't agree with. Isn't it crazy that it's few people that be making decisions for millions of people? And we have to play by these rules as if these people are much smarter than we are. And it's not even people that are smart. It's just people that have managed to get to the top. Not because they were smart, but because they were scamming people. So how do you trust these people to have your best interest? It doesn't make any sense. Those people that get to be at the top in this world are people that be scamming people. People that don't care about how they're treating other people. So they get to the top. And when they get to the top, they start making decisions for the people that have scammed. And you think that we live in a world that is good. We gotta stop being naive. We gotta stop being gullible. We gotta stop being complacent. We gotta be real. You have to live life like a warrior. You gotta live the life that you're going to be proud of. You have to look at how you have lived your life last year and be proud. Be like, yo man, things were hard, but I was myself. I was me. I was real. I wasn't fake. I was not living in fear. I was not a coward. You shouldn't be proud of being a coward. There are many people that are antinatalists that reach out to me and tell me that, I would like to talk to my parents about my beliefs, but I'm scared. Don't be scared. You are already in hell. Trust me. If you're going to be scared, you're going to suffer the consequences of being scared. You'd rather suffer the consequences of being real, because that has potential to change somebody's perspective. So that's better than being afraid to speak your mind. Like, you're not winning anything by being afraid to speak your mind, by letting stupid people run the world, by letting stupid people speak their minds and poison the minds of young people. Because people like you are afraid to speak their minds because they've already decided that, well, the world is run by evil people, so that's fine. As good people just have to just comply, and that's how we live our lives. Like, no. Don't comply. Try to be as real as possible. We need people to be real, man. We can't accept defeat, you know. People must be real. People must speak their minds. We know exactly what we have experienced. We know exactly what is true. Let's not allow people that are delusional control us. And we do allow people that are delusional to control us. Let me give you an example. If someone that you love died, like someone that's very close to you, like maybe your parent or your sister died, and you're not a Christian, and not on, and you hate Christianity because you know that it's not true, and you know the kind of damage that it has caused, but you'd allow pastors to come and preach and lie to people. Like, no, fuck that. You don't allow that shit to happen. Like, don't comply. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Be authentic, be real. Stop complying with bullshit. You know, it's like this world is just trolling us when you think about it. Like, it's trolling intelligent people. Tell people how you feel, man. If you think something does not make sense, tell them that, hey, this shit doesn't make any sense. It does not resonate with me. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And if you're going to hate me for that, it's fine. I'm trying to live a life that I'm going to be proud of in the end. Because I cannot suffer in this world and still be fake. Why should I be fake? I have to be real. I have to be honest. I have to tell you exactly what I think. And I trust myself because I know that I think. I'm not just saying what I'm saying because I'm trying to please someone. I have my own perspectives about what is going on. You gotta fight for your truth. You gotta fight to be heard. Some of y'all are depressed because you're not honest. You're not honest about how you feel, about what you're seeing, about what you understand. You don't have the courage to speak your mind. So how the fuck are you going to feel okay? I've told you in my previous videos that one of the reasons, like the video that I uploaded last, one of the biggest reasons why I make videos regularly is because the more I express myself, the more I get to feel better than if I just don't say anything. If I just keep quiet and I see horrible things happening and I just keep quiet, that doesn't help. You've got to express yourself and trust yourself. You cannot allow people that are ignorant to be confident. If you realize that people that are ignorant are very confident, you see someone praying in public, praying, and they're very confident, as if they're speaking to some higher power, even though they're not speaking to some higher power. But we have accepted that kind of madness in our society. So why don't you become mad yourself? If these people are willing to go that far to push their agenda, why don't you push your own agenda? Why don't you speak your truth? Be confident too. If you think that something is wrong, then you think that it is wrong. And allow the world to react the way that it's going to react. As long as you are real, that's good. It's about being real. It's not about being fake and complying. It's about being real. One of the biggest mistakes that people are making, people that are conscious, one of the biggest mistakes that they are making is that they think that by being good, by allowing fake people or people that are not conscious to control things and them just being in the background is a good thing. And they've made this mistake since the beginning. That is why the world is run by ignorant people. It's because people that are woke don't fight for the truth. Like, let these ignorant people run shit. Like, no. Woke people have to be the ones that are running shit. Because if woke people get to run shit, things are going to be better in this world. Things ain't going to get better if you're allowing people who don't know what they're talking about, who are allowing old rules to control them. Old laws, laws that were made by people that are not smarter than us. We're allowing these laws to govern us. You can see that something is wrong. It's like they are not intelligent enough to come up with their own laws. So they're like, well, we have to work with what we already have. And anyone that stands against that is a bad person. Be a bad person. I'm telling you, like, be a bad person. It's fine. You shouldn't, like, what's the worst that can happen? The worst thing that could happen has already happened. You were born, you are already in this world. There's nothing worse than that. You're already part of this shit. And you know that something isn't right. I mean, the worst thing that you can do is bring another person here. But I know that most of you are too conscious to make that kind of decision. Some people will say, well, we should just let the people who want to reproduce and just not reproduce, than tell them that it is wrong. They don't realize that this really does help a lot of people. Like, there are so many people that have decided not to have kids because they have watched my video. They've watched a video from Amanda. They've watched a video from Inmandum. They've watched a video from Dead MF. They've watched a video from a prison called Life. And they've realized that something isn't right. Like, their eyes were open because of that. And that's good. That's a good thing. We shouldn't promote ignorance. We shouldn't allow people to live in ignorance and act like that's a good thing. It's not a good thing that people are living in ignorance. People have to open their eyes and see reality as it is, so that we'll make the right decisions. Lots of people are suffering in silence because they believe that the world should be the way that it is. And if they complain, it means that they're weak. No, you're not supposed to be suffering the way that you're suffering. You're suffering the way that you're suffering because we have allowed ignorant people to run this world. We can make things better. Of course, we cannot get rid of suffering. The world will still be fucked up, but it doesn't have to be this fucked up. You see, it doesn't have to be this fucked up. Now it's much worse because we've allowed ignorant people to control everything. So people have to have enough courage, man, and stop playing by the rules. Trust yourself enough to be able to speak your truth. Because you know exactly what you saw. You know exactly what you've experienced. You know what's going on in this society. You might not know what's going on in the world itself, like why we exist, who created us and all that, but you know what is happening in our society. You know how many people are suffering even though they have not done anything wrong. You know that there are many people that are reproducing even though they don't have money to take care of their children. That's not good. Lots of people are reproducing even though they don't even have a place to sleep. Homeless people be reproducing and they act like that's a good thing. And if a person tells them that that's not a good thing, that person is evil. That person is speaking for the devil. Why would the devil not want people to reproduce if he wants people to go to hell with him? Like, people are stupid, man. We cannot allow other stupid people to lead us. And stupid people got power in this world. It sucks. I remember I saw this private email that was sent to stop having kids group. They posted that screenshot, I think on Facebook. I forgot. They screenshot the message and posted it on Facebook, or yeah, maybe it was Facebook. I don't really remember. But these other pastors were saying that those people were demonic and spreading the message of the devil when they say they should stop having kids. I'm like, how? Like, why do you think that the devil would want people to stop having kids? That doesn't make any sense. He wants people to go to hell with him. So why would he want people to stop having kids? Think about it. The devil would want us to keep on reproducing because he wants more people to burn in hell with him. But Christians are hypocrites. And they'll use this verse that says, be fruitful and multiply, as if it was talking to them. Like, that's an old verse. I'm not sure who's straight. I'm not sure. No, total. So next time. Dude, people have been fruitful and they have multiplied. And there's been billions of people that have came before us, that have lived in this world. And God didn't even say that it was a sin to not reproduce. So antinatalists are not spreading the message of the devil. They just know that something is not right. And the world itself is not getting better. We can see that the more we reproduce, the more fucked up things become. So the best thing is for us to actually reproduce less and actually realize that now actually it is best to just stop reproducing at all, because it's not like this is really worth it. It's not like we're here for a particular reason. We're just slaves. If you are just here waking up in the morning and going to work, you're a slave. You don't even know why you're doing that. You're like, I'm waiting for my children. You didn't even have to have children in the first fucking place. So you're just being a slave. And using that to justify being a slave, making it seem as if having children was the best thing that you could have done. So you're waiting for something great, waiting for the future generation. Like, no. You just failed to realize something important. You failed to realize that this world is not good. And that's something that you should have realized. That was a very important thing to realize. So people gotta wake up and embrace their wokeness, man. And stop allowing people who don't know what they're doing to lead them. They have to start trusting themselves. You can't be trusting other people, man. I've had conversations with many people and I've realized that they don't know shit. They don't understand anything. So why should I allow other people to lead me if they're not smarter than me? In this world, people get chosen because they are already supporting the system that is controlling everyone. and they get to make it because of that. You don't get to make it because you have better ideas. You don't get to make it because you're smarter than everyone else. You get to make it because you're already supporting the system that is controlling everything. The matrix wants people that are going to support it. That's how it works. So you think that the people that get to be at the top are people that are smart? No, that's not true. We're slaves in this world, and the slave masters want people that are going to make it easier for them to do what they want to do. They don't want people that are going to challenge them. They don't want people that are going to free other people. So that is why people that are woke don't really get to make it. So don't make the mistake of believing that people that get to make it are people that are smarter than you. These are people that are more deserving than you. No. It's people that are part of the system, people that are part of this matrix. These are the people that thrive in this matrix. You are different. Your energy is different. That's why it's easy for you to see that something isn't right. So we must wake up. Thank you all, guys.